Good day, curious viewer. Ever wondered where the word cuck originated from? Well, you can think the common cuckoo. Now, one might assume that the cuckoo is the biggest clown of the animal kingdom. I mean, it's in its name. Cuckoo. Cuck-oo. Cuck-oo. However, contrary to popular belief, a female cuckoo doesn't kiss her cuckoo husband goodbye in the morning while waiting for a hawk repairman to affix some twigs in her nest. In fact, it's the other way around. The cuckoo isn't the cuck. You are the cuck. That is, if you are one of the 100 host species that a cuckoo parasitizes. This devious behavior a cuckoo does is called brood parasitism. So, how does a cuckoo make a cuck? To illustrate, let's look at this poor sap of a common reed warbler. We'll call him Sneeko. Now, while Sneeko is out and about looking for some scrumptious hairy caterpillar to eat, or maybe finding a nice mate, a mischievous female cuckoo bird stealthily infiltrates an unsuspecting host nest. The cuckoo then discreetly dispatches of one or more, if the cuckoo is feeling quite famished, of Sneeko's eggs. Now it's a race against time for the cuckoo to get her offspring out of her body as fast as possible. Cause if she gets caught giving birth midway, those labor contractions won't be the only thing causing her pain. And like that, she scrams, leaving her responsibilities to the poor reed warbler. On a side note, cuckoos aren't the only birds to do this. Cowbirds also do brood parasitism. But come on, you aren't gonna call Will Smith a cow instead of a cuck. That's what your mom's for. Sir, question. But when the baby grows and hatches, won't the parents realize they've been duped and try to get rid of the baby? I'm glad you asked that question, my totally existent viewer. What's crazy is that even a crow, one of the most intelligent birds in the world, will begrudgingly raise these smuggled cuckoo babies. There's actually a lot of interesting things that go into the process of fooling a host parent and kind of ruining their lives. Cuckoos and many other bird parasites have mastered many forms of mimicry. For the case of a cuckoo, they've mastered egg mimicry, an ability maternally inherited by females that allows a cuckoo to match their egg with a host's egg in pigmentation and patterns. This means that there are some limitations to their mimicry. Cuckoos can't consciously paint their eggs in their wombs. Anyways, if they pass and fool unsuspecting birds, the cuckoo that survives this process of natural selection can pass on those genes. And when they pass on those genes, they can fool even more of those birds. So basically, a cuckoo and their family of imposters can be a menace to only a single species of bird. So they're racists. Now, how does a cuckoo ensure its survival in the nest? Cuckoos are typically born larger and stronger than their host siblings. So much so that as they grow, they can outmatch their foster parents in size. And you know what they say? The bigger the foot, the larger the bird, and a larger bird needs more worms. Unfortunately for the cuckoo, this worm bulk won't come easy, as this nest comes with food wasters called siblings. So what does the cuckoo do in this situation? Hey guys, this nest kinda looking cramped. Though great news, I think you're all just about ready to start being strong, independent birds. And like that, the cuckoo performs an egg drop challenge, minus the landing craft of course. How does a cuckoo ensure they are the first ones born? Well, a cuckoo hen has the ability to keep their egg inside of their body for 24 hours longer than a normal bird could. Kinky. This increases the chance of their little imposter being the nefarious older sibling, though sometimes the host's chicks do hatch first. Though this doesn't stop the cuckoo from getting too close to their older sibling before proceeding to Mufasa them. So, one can imagine the surprise of the foster parents coming back home to one crying cuckoo and no biological kin of their own. They are left with a fat, whiny baby, dangerous to their young, and never leaves their parents' home. Kinda like a Discord moderator. Or a middle-aged Roblox player. Or a young audience content creator. Now, one might ask as well, when the cuckoo grows, won't the outlier be obvious? Why don't they just get rid of the bird by then? Well, there are some birds that actually do this, but instead of getting rid of the problem, they fly away and never return like your father did when he said he was gonna get some milk. Though, it's kind of understandable because cuckoos are huge. But for many cases, parents just accept the baby as their own. What's worse is that a parent will put up with this instinctive sibling and egg pushing that a cuckoo has. A cuckoo will literally cane and enable his unborn siblings while their parents watch. The process takes quite a while, so sometimes the parents would grab a bucket of popcorn to eat and watch their cuckoo child like Sneeko watches his girlfriends get fucked. But yes, parents will not care and will proceed to incubate the baby when it's done with its little rough play. So, why do these hosts allow themselves to be cucked? It's a mix of different factors and theories. It could be a host's innate response to a begging call that keeps hosts feeding the baby because it's just so darn cute. Some sources say cuckoo chicks are poopy stinky, which deters predators and increases the chance of their young surviving since not all cuckoo species destroy eggs. But my favorite theory is the bird mafia theory. The idea is that for some cases, if a cuckoo chick is rejected, the biological parents will actually retaliate and take revenge on the entire nest, killing all the other eggs and maybe bullying the foster parents for the rest of their lives as a side quest. Because of this, some host birds have just developed a response of caring for cuckoo eggs for fear of retaliation, and some just never develop a response to what happens if they spot a cuckoo egg. So with this, cuckoldry becomes normalized in some species of the bird kingdom. You guys at the back take notes. So now, one can imagine the sheer depression of being the host species. Imagine being a warbler born with a cuckoo sibling. You survived its attempts to push you, beat you, and starve you. After you finally leave the nest, you get tricked into unknowingly raising the young of your former sibling. Though, even if you discovered the trick your childhood bully was trying to pull on you, you'd have two options, neither of which are good. Option A, remove the parasite egg and risk all your eggs being destroyed by your childhood bully and relive that trauma. Or B, keep the egg and care for it like it was your own, and risk all your eggs being destroyed by your childhood bully's son. There's just no winning for the host, and that's generational cuckoldry at its finest. And that's it for my obsession. I'm Miguel, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to fill your brain with knowledge that nobody will ever ask you for, and bye.